Noel from Finding Favor. Um, well, I guess first of all, I have to announce that I have a new site, and it's called Finding Favor, and you can find it at aprilnoel.com. I decided that after several years of posting on a 100-pound countdown, that it was time for a revamp and rebrand. And mainly the reason is I started 100-pound countdown to be accountable for losing weight, which was great. Except for during the time that I was there, I also ended up having two children. And one of my children is somewhat difficult. So doing things like working out uh, is a little bit hard. And as a stay at home mom, I don't always get those breaks to be consistent. So I decided that I will um, change to something that represents more of me, meaning not just working out, but all of me. So I hope you stop by and take a look. There's not much there yet. I'll be importing some of my popular posts from my old site and creating new content. So I hope you come by and give a shout out. Second, did you know that 92% of people fail their New Year's resolutions? And of those 92% of people, does that make sense? Those 92% of people normally give up the first week. So literally by day 8, they've tossed any New Year's resolutions that they sat down and put down on paper out the window by day 8, meaning just over a week of the new year. Now, I think it's kind of ridiculous. If you're going to proclaim you're going to resolve to do something new, then try it for at least a while. Give it the 21 days necessary to create a habit. And if the habit doesn't stick, then, such is life. But anyway, I'm not here to guilt you or make you feel bad that it's the 10th day of the month and you have already tossed out your resolution. But what I am here to talk to you about is that I'm going strong. It is day 10, and I look like this because I just came back from my run. Well, it's more of a walk, but it was something not sitting at home when I have absolutely no kids in the house. Do you notice how quiet it is? There's nobody here. My husband's gone, my kids are gone, and it's just me. And as much as I want to curl up, because Showtime has a free preview weekend, and I haven't had Showtime in a couple of years, so there's a few seasons of Californication and Ray Donovan and Shameless that I haven't seen that I'd love to catch up on. Um, I went for a walk instead. So I'm patting myself on the back, and I can't physically do it because I have not quite figured out this whole vlogging thing. And I'm on a tablet and I'm holding it with both hands to try to keep it as steady as possible. Um, so now on to, well, there was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh, my New Year's goals. Okay, so I have stopped doing resolutions the last couple of years. Last year, I did the one word of the year, and the one word helped me tremendously. Last year, I chose consistency. So even though in my head and on paper, I had specific goals for the year, and the year before, I had this extremely long list of like 30 different things that I wanted to complete in the year. All I chose for last year was to be consistent, meaning when I wake up, and when of whatever my goals were, or um, whatever I had to think about for the kids, whatever I want to instill in them, whether it be values or just being consistent on not yelling or making sure my son does his chores or his homework or me reading a book or blogging. I just want to be consistent. So whatever I started, I wanted to finish. I didn't want any half projects. So I did that. I mean, my blogging almost doubled in size over the year. My stats were pretty decent. My kids are happier because mommy's not yelling. And when you're more consistent, then the kids seem to like you a lot more because they know exactly what they're going to get when they mess up. And so it's not that they mess up less, but I get a lot less fighting with the punishments and all that good stuff. Anyway, so now it's 2015, and I didn't choose a word, but kind of. I actually chose a phrase. So it's be uncomfortable. And the reason I chose be uncomfortable is, especially being a stay at home mom and being really anyone, most people are just comfortable with being themselves, which is, good. You should be comfortable with being yourself. But when you want to change and grow and kind of live a different life, whatever that is, um, you have to be uncomfortable. And that's my problem. I like to come home, do absolutely nothing if I don't have to. Um, Times like this, I would love to curl up, like I said, and watch TV. But instead, I'm vlogging to you with no makeup right after my run, sweaty. You can still see the sweat on my face. See, it's all shiny and glistening. I did that on purpose. I sprayed myself with water. I'm just kidding. That's actual sweat. Um, and I'm sitting here. I didn't put on makeup. I didn't do my hair. I'm not trying to look pretty. I'm just trying to be uncomfortable and show you kind of who I really am. So I hope to do more of these. I also hope to have a quiet house more often. But what I've done this week that was uncomfortable for me is on Friday after I picked my son up from school, I took the kids to the library, which with the 1 year old and 3 year old has been a complete disaster the last few times, and it was pretty much a disaster this time too. But I did it. Then I took all three of the kids to the park because, quite frankly, I'm just kind of tired of them coming home every day and doing nothing while I get the house ready for dinner, clean up, get ready for dinner, bath time. So I decided that on Fridays I will do something with my kiddos outside of our daily routine. So we'll see well, next week I know what it is. We're going to the fair. So I'm actually really excited about that one. And what else did I do well, obviously this vlog is uncomfortable for me. And I followed up with a lot of people. And for some people, following up isn't a big deal, but for me, it is. I will tell people that I need to do something and not the follow up like I'm not, like they're expecting something from me and I'm going to them. But when I need something from them, I don't tend to follow up. Once I ask them, I just say, well, they'll get to it when they get to it. But this week, I followed up with a few people, which I was also very proud of myself. So that's it for now. I would love it if you leave a link in the comments or a link to your blog or a link in the comments. I'd love if you leave a comment for me and a link to your blog so I can check out your vlog or blog and tell me what you think about this first blog. Talk to you later. Bye.